Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, to induct our fourth Silver Circle honoree. From WCMH, Vice President and General Manager, please welcome Mr. Ken Friedman.
It is an honor and a privilege for me to introduce my colleague and friend Colleen Marshall for this prestigious award. Colleen's a journalist. That may seem obvious considering what tonight is all about. But in this new age of instant information, Snapchats, tweets, Facebook likes, Colleen is still passionate about telling meaningful stories, pursuing the truth, and getting it right. That's never changed in more than 30 years that she's worked for NBC4. The newer employees learn quickly that Colleen is the person in the newsroom with the answers, the connections, and the highest standards. She's never too busy to write a package, do an interview, speak at an event, or just lend an ear. And that's pretty remarkable considering how busy she really is. In addition to her day job as the anchor of NBC4's 6 and 11 o'clock news and host of the political affairs show Spectrum, Colleen is also a practicing attorney. She earned her law degree from Capital University while still working full-time at NBC4. She's a wife and mother, too, who loves her family with all her heart. If you're thinking she must never sleep, you're right. But she wouldn't have it any other way. And she does it all with professionalism, grace, and a wicked sense of humor. Congratulations to Colleen. This Silver Circle Award is well-earned and well-deserved.
We invite ourselves into your living room, and I feel like once we come into your living room, we should be there to just talk to you, to tell you something that you need to know, something you want to know, and to help people get their personal stories out. This is really a powerful medium. Even though it's changing and we have all these multi-level platforms, it still comes down to the story. I still love walking in every day and saying, you know, what's happening this afternoon? What are we working on right now? And I think the reason I love this job so much is because it really is completely different every day. And you are working with people who have that same passion for information and knowledge that you do. And I just still love coming to work every day. I always thought of a local newscast as being kind of like two neighbors talking over the fence and talking about what's going on in their community and why it's important and what does this mean and why should I care about that? And I don't mean in a gossipy way. I think that a local newscast kind of is a center for people to turn to when they want to know what's happening in my town. I always think that a local newscast will have relevance because people care about their community, their town, and their state. I'm so honored to get an award like this because it's my peers saying to me, your body of work means something. They're great journalists, and to be considered in that same group and to have people say, you've had a good body of work, it's very meaningful, and I really am honored to be among those people. And I'm going to make, he's calling himself my caddy. I'm going to make him hold on to that for me. I do want to thank all of you for this honor. I really do appreciate it. I stood up here and cried twice tonight, so I'm not going to cry again. I will tell you, I started in this business when I was still in college as a writer back in 76, it would have been, 40 years ago. A long time ago, and I worked in radio for a few years. I was a writer at an all-news station, and then I got the opportunity to try out for a television station, and at the time, my husband was a photographer at the competing station. So he took me into this little satellite studio that they had so that I could practice, and I took my 5-minute radio newscast, and I read it, and at the end, he said, that was really pretty good, except you actually have to look at the camera. I did not once look up at the camera. So I want to thank my husband, first of all, for all these years telling me which direction to look and walking along with me. So thank you very much. Since that time, I've been looking into a lot of cameras with a lot of amazing people on the other end of them. We have such a nice family staff at NBC4. I consider them to be my work family. They've been so supportive over the years. Chris Booker and I
We believe we share a brain. I want to thank Dave Ciliberti for being a great news director who's been so supportive of me, and of course Ken Friedman, who I'm making stand there holding that thing while I'm up here talking, for being a great general manager and being still so supportive of me. Thanks to all of you, but mostly thanks to my family. You know, you do a lot of parenting by telephone when you're the mom who works nights and works holidays. But somehow we managed to raise two really incredible children. My son couldn't be here tonight. He and his wife had other obligations. He's an attorney in Cincinnati. But my lovely daughter is here, Shannon, who I will proudly say, magna cum laude graduate of the Ohio State University Fisher College of Business with her master's and going back now for an MBA. She's here with her husband, James, and we really did do something right, because if you can go through this business and end up with a great family with incredible kids and a supportive work family, you've had a good life. I'm not dead yet, but thank you very much for this award. Thanks.